Okay, if you want, you can switch off your camera now. Yes, anyone can tell me like what is the last topic we discussed in our class? Can anyone tell me what is the last topic we discussed? Okay, no one is asking me anything. Do we remember like what topic we discussed last and which topic we are discussing in our previous class? Otherwise, I'll start. As per my knowledge, we just discussed about our the concept and the functionality of C language, right? So kindly tell me like which one is the last topic which we discussed. Otherwise, I can take our topic and then start it.
Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning, Shashikant. Very good morning. No one is asking me. Okay, just tell me. Is the last topic is function? We are discussing block 2 or we start our block 3? देखो किसी को भी याद नहीं है, किसी ने भी नहीं ध्यान से पढ़ा है ना. No one is remembering, no one is asking me. Still waiting for your response. Still waiting. Okay. So if you're not asking me, then I just share one thing. I have two batches, group 1 and 2 and group 3. So as per the schedule, this is group 1 as well as group 2, right? So according to my syllabi, this one is our third class, and it means we are just close to our block number 2 and we are moving to our block number 3. It means we have to start with Python language, right? So in block number 1 and 2 we are aware of C language and the functionality and why C language is known as procedural language. And then later on, we'll discuss like what type of operator, methods, looping concepts, creation of function, and file streaming. So if these topics have a problem into the last 20 minutes, you just recall each one of the point, and if you have any doubt, then we just complete our today's session, and then let's start with the doubt sessions. So I just request you all, please recall your block number 1 and block number 2 as well. And if any concept, any query is there, at the last 20 minutes, we'll discuss. Otherwise, if we haven't any kind of problem, any kind of doubt in these two blocks, then definitely we keep going on the startup of third block as well as the programming part of the third block. So I hope so, like all of you are aware of, or most of the students are aware of Python language or C language, right? So I'll just start with the block number 3. And block number 3 is again MCS-201 programming in C and Python language. So what are the topics we are covering here? This particular unit, Hanji, the particular uh, in block number 3, give me a minute. I can share the screen fast. हाँ मैम कोई इशू नहीं, आइए प्लीज आइए, आप यहाँ बैठिए आराम से, बस मैं बोलूंगी, मेरी 8 घंटा क्लास है ना, ठीक है ना? वहाँ पे वो है, विजय है क्या? हाँ विजय है क्या? विजय एक बार बोलना मैम मेरा ये नहीं चल रहा है प्लीज। एक हाँ जी, नहीं बट्स नहीं हो रहा नहीं, अच्छा ठीक ठीक, बट्स को नहीं मैम, बट्स नहीं। Hey guys, I am sharing my screen now. See, if any problem, any line is not clear, so please make sure you just noted down the point, and after completion of the unit or the passage, you just unmute of yourself and share the question, right? So I am just moving to the block number 3. So block number 3 specifically focus on unit number 9, 10, 11, and 12. Unit number 9 having introduction to Python. Unit number 10 is data structure and control statement in Python. Function and file handling in Python. And unit number 12 is module and packages. So let's start with unit number 9. So I'm just scroll down the page. So first of all, we introduce our unit number 9. So what is the unit number 9? See, unit number 3 is having specific topic, that is introduction, objective, history of Python, need of Python, packages for cross-platform applications of Python, getting started with Python, and what is the program structure of Python, and how to run or execute our first. मैंने सब लगा दिया, चलिए मेरा ये see now going to be start with unit number 3 now. So first of all, be aware of what is Python language. We know Python programming is widely used in artificial intelligence and machine learning, as well as we know like this language is promoting our neural network techniques and all the languages which are able to execute in our system. So definitely we need a interpreter as well as compiler. So the Python structure is known like it is a rapid development environment language. So we know it's a high level language and all the libraries are introduced here, and it is a language that is the extension of C language, C++ language, or Java. C language, it means Python is based on a procedural language. Some of the syntax and methods are coming from the part of C language, and we know C is the father of all the languages. It is developed by Dennis Ritchie. And C++ is again upgradation part of C language, and we know it's a Bijan startup in 1980 to 82 is developing the C++ language, and AT&T Bell University they have upgrade C++, and C++ is based on OOPS. Now, the next word in front of us, that is Java. Java is a completely high level language, and we can say it's a independent language, it's a robust language, and it's a very simple language because the pointers and like addressing are little bit skipped. So we can say a Python language is able to perform the procedural, the object, and high-level language processing, and like using a lot of operators and classes and all. So many of the large companies, like as per our book concept is there, it's a 9.0. They say it is like accepted by NASA, by Google, by YouTube, by BitTorrented, etc. So we can say a Python language programming for the execution for their well-enabled projects. And now a little bit difference they are mentioning in our table. So what are the metrics or metrics? What are the Python language, and why we are asking like C compare or C versus Python? So the first thing is C is general purpose and procedural language. It means the approach is only top to bottom. And now at the same end they just write Python, so they write a word that is high level language, or it's a general purpose interpreted language. So both the approaches are there, top to bottom or bottom to top. It means the fourth thing is transparency. It's a transparent language. We are using any kind of libraries, any kind of it's a plugin according to our problem solving, according to our problem. Now, as the speed concern, we ask like compilation and compiled program language in C is little bit tough, because first we have to be go interpret and then compile, and then the program is going to be execute. It means number of lines are making our program environment, and then later on we'll get a response. But still, C is supporting on the interface only. If we are talking about like Python language is supporting or supported by our OS. It means the terminal is available. As per the IDEs, it is available over there. A very less sentence we just write on that interface. It gets compiled, and we are in a position to get a response. Now, the uses. They just write the third word, that is uses. So program syntax of C is quite complicated as comparison to Python. I am just write down one word. See, in when we are using C language, suppose that we just create a method and a function. So what is the basic difference these two? In C, we can just give a prototype of our function. We just give a proper, it's a curly open, curly closing, the whole syntax we just write, and then we call our method. But as per the compare with the Python, it is quite simple. Number of lines are too easy, right? Number of lines are too easy. We just create our method, write down our body, and then simply a very simple strategy we call it. So I am just giving you a brief example here. See, this is a Python prompt. As usual, with the help of def, it is known as a method. We can define a method and says, let's say show. Show is the method name. You just create a method, and where the cursor is blinking, it means this is known as a indentation. According to the indent, you can just put your value as usual. The syntax is showing at this line, just below the line. It can give us like as per the user, and they can support us. So first I just write a hello word, and then I just write a welcome word, closing of the method, that's it. Now, as per the time of execution, we just write the method name, and when you press enter, so your method is created. So Python is so easy as per the declaration part. Now, declaration of variable. Now, they just write, because first of all, we understand like what is the basic difference between father of the language, that is C, and why we are just jumping in the interface of Python. They just write declaration of variable. As per the C interface, the first thing is, see here, I can read and I can write each one of the thing on this notepad. See, they just write here as per the variable declaration. In C language, first we give a data type, any data type, and then var name. And later on, we assign a value. As per the Python concern, we just give a variable name. We just declare a variable name. Let's say num1 is integer, or num2 is treated as a, like it's a string. At the time of calling, we just write num1, and at the time of calling, we just write num2. See the difference? There is no data type using in Python. It means variable declaration is too easy at this interface. Now, error debugging. This is being compiler depends language. C is very difficult because we just write our program if we have syntax error or logical error, or like any kind of array index and array out of bound error. So that's instructions that things are too tough. But error debugging is too easy, because at the time of writing, at the time of write the statement, they just indicate us. It is known as event driven programming. उसी टाइम पे, सेम टाइम पे वो हमें रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है like user, you have to be used these kind of syntax. It means error debugging is maintaining at the time of creation. So it is too easy. It is known as a user supportiveness, user friendliness. Now they just write Python renaming mechanism. We just create a function, we just use a particular uh, method. It is too easy. So as per the complexity, we are just controlling two things. Complexity, it means algorithm means writing a problem, writing a pseudocode. The first we maintain space complexity, and then second thing is we just maintain our time complexity. In the space and time complexity, we maintain one particular scalar between these two words. One is best case, worst case, or average case. So the complexity is solving, because each one of the syntax is giving us positive aspect, because it is too quite simple. It is very easy to read and write and learn. Memory management, as soon as like LOC are less, so we just save our memory. So Python cannot save the program. One time we can just compile it, and each one of the time when we call that program, it give us, it show us the result with the help of exe. So as per the memory management, it is too easy. Like application is, C is generally hardware related application, and this is general purpose programming language. So it is used by microcontrollers as well. Some of the built-in function, it means predefined. Method can support us. All the libraries are very large, like numpy के लिए अलग, matplot के लिए अलग, it's pandas data frame के लिए अलग, and these libraries are very limited. And implementation of data structure, it's explicitly implemented. Explicitly mean external end user. Each one of the thing are maintained by end user. It means us people, right? We are the actor, we are the programmer, we are able to write a code. So it means solution is also funded by us only. But still, as for the Python concern, it gives us the implementation data structure with built-in some insert, some append function. So the pointers, as per the pointers view, C is frequently used in C. Pointers are using. Sometimes we use as a pointer, it's a double asterisk. Sometimes we use as a pointer like this. Sometimes we use as a pointer like this. But still in Python, we can use a dot symbol, and uh, this pointer is releasing because all the high level languages are using, they use less pointers. And now these are the list. So guys, any point if you want to say, then please ask me your question within 1 or 2 minutes. Otherwise I can move to the next point. Say yes or no. If you have a doubt, please unmute.
No doubt, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. All right.
No, thank
Okay,
you.
okay, okay, okay. Uh, oh, it's a Shashikant says no. Okay, all right. So I'm moving now. Uh, अभी हो जाता है history. See, history is this is history of the Python. So we know what are the history part we are using in our language. So first of all, I want to show some PPT. So क्या हो जाता है यार, ये हैंग क्यों हो जाता है यहाँ पे? ना एडिट करने दे रहा है, ना कुछ करने दे रहा है। सही करोगे यार, हैंग होगी मशीन, जा भी नहीं रहा। Guys, give me a minute. Machine is hanging. Guys, the PPT screen is hanged for that time. That's why I'm just mute myself. I can switch off my camera. Now each one of the thing is okay. So I want to share the PPT screen first. See, this is what they asked. I'm just maximize the screen now. I cannot see your faces and all, right? If you have a problem, please unmute, right? See, so suppose we understand like what is Python. So we know it's a interpreted, it's a easy to learn, it's a powerful programming language, and it has an efficient high level data structure, and it's a effective. So it's a effective approach to object oriented programming. Now we use like Python is a high level data structure, and we can share the dynamic binding and dynamic typing. So it makes our program, it makes our application is more and more based on RAD. It means it is known as rapid application development. And the major concern and the major process is what? Python is very simple, it is easy to learn, the syntax emphasizes readability and reduce the cost of program maintenance. Now, as far as we are just discussed about the Python modules and the packages, they can promote program using a word that is modularity and reusability. It means all the high level language and Python, even though are totally depend or based on it's a polymorphism. And who is developed or created? So Gideon and Rosum in 1991 released the first version of Python. So basically, it is used for web development or the software development, the mathematics calculation using NumPy, and it is also used by system scripting. Now, what are the key features of this language? So there are number of key features are highlighted by our Python. Number one, it is easy to code. It is open source, or we can say it's a previous software, a cross-platform language it is, and high portability based on object-oriented, based on language interpreted. Very large libraries are supporting in Python because we know the Python is base language, the constructor part of artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. It's a IoTs. So they are the industry's approach technologies totally used the particular plugins or particular features, key features of Python language. It's a numerical Python, it's a scikit. Sometimes we make our data visualization. So we use matplotlib or pyplot. Sometimes we need to connect ourselves with the databases. So MySQL or SQLite. Number of Flash libraries are supporting here. Dynamic type library this is. So what are the installation part while we install Python in our machine? It's very simple. We just use our link which is shown here. It's a www.python.org. So this particular link, it shows us the number of Python versions are available. So as per the hardware or like machine or machine competency, we just download a software. So this is the process we can easily install our Python. Basically these ppts are based on version 3.6.7, but now if as per the link, if you click Python 3.10 is also available. These are the course steps. We easily download it and we double click on any of the given lists for version of like Windows or for the Mac one, we can install it. See, there are two particular steps they mention here. Install now. It means Python is automatically installed at the given path. It's a by default setting. But still, if you want, you can easily customize. So just click on the customize installation and then make a folder. If you want to download it and you can install it in C drive, D drive or E drive, you can easily make a folder. Let's say you make a folder in D drive. So give a specific name and select that root, right? And after that, you have to be get these kind of steps. So now the next part is you have to be click the option which is shown at as per the PPT. They are optional. You just select the documentation. It means Python repository is available at the time of program creation. If you want to take some help, then definitely we can take the help. It's a PIP. It means we upgrade or install some modules or some packages. Then they just write TK or IDEL, it means the development environment having tkinter kind of GUI libraries are supporting us. So we just have to be, check boxes. So the check boxes are good when we just click. So circle button is the radio one. At a one time we can select one option, but as per the check boxes, we can just select multiple choices, right? So it is check boxes. It is known as in check boxes. Now they all are like advanced features. When you install it, you easily saw like these all windows are shown as per your it's system, and after that you get a CMD like this. This says Python is not recognized as an internal or external command. So definitely we make sure set the path first. And as soon as Python is installed, we just write our first built-in method or inline method, that is print only. So through this print, we are in a position to execute our first message which is stored in print. So as soon as you just write your output, or you just write your command on this terminal port. So print hello world. There is no need to be put semicolon because they already describe us. It is a language which is very easy. So hello world is print on our console or a terminal. These three symbols are known as a prompt. So this is known as a terminal node. So before going to be start to introduce the second unit, I just show you like how we are able to download our Python. We just scroll down the Python download word is here. This is free of cost. This is our open source. So here the Python, all the releases are here as per the window, as per the Mac, as per the other platform, right? There is no need to be take a license. So in this scenario, the download, it's a Python download 3.10 is available, right? And as per the document, if you just know like what are the Python docs, so they are the tutorials. They just give us the whole knowledge, like what are the terms we know and like using in the Python. And see, when you install this software in your machine, so just have a look here. In this help, this is the product which is free of cost, no? So we move to the help, and same here in the offline, we can read, we can execute, we can learn. So when you just click, it's a Python doc. So all the predefined tutorials are available for our support, for our, you know each one of the line they just write here. See, this is Python is an interactive mode. It means when we just write our code here, it is known as an interactive mode or terminal mode, right? Suppose that I just want to understand like what are the Python environment. So they just brief us. It is the interpreter and the environment are behaving like this. So go to the next. The entire doc is available for our support, right? So suppose that I'm just clicking. Uh, it's a tutorial. See, all the things are available as per the concept. Now, we just move to the unit number 2. So a little bit, our first unit is completed, and I'm just have to open the PDF as well. This is history of the Python. I can scroll down the entire PDF. Guys, please just have a look for your block. See, this says Python C compiler, Python for Jython. It's a Java based concept we can implement here. It's a .NET based implementation we can use here. So need of the Python, because it's artificial intelligence and machine learning. This is data science. Is using like it's promising now words. So data visualization libraries are supporting us. So they just write to bring to our kind notice like, see, there are various well equipped libraries like pandas, the scikit-learn, and the numpy. वहां से बहुत वॉइस आ रही है प्लीज. Right. So it's a mobile application. So it's an embedded application. It's a web development. Web development means we just able to make our HTML code, and number of softwares are available as per the Django, Flask, pyramid, right? So we can just do git and do these two things we are maintaining as well as user. As a user, we can give them request for server. If server are aware of our, registration, then definitely server is keep going on or keep going us reflect some messages. It means do get and do post methods are there. Now, as for the packages, uh, as per the packages are concerned, this says like platform applications. So we use NumPy, Pandas, Matplot. In artificial intelligence, we use PyTorch, Tensor. It's a game development. We can also use Pygame, and it's a PyClate and many more. And they just write it's a platform independent. So some of the libraries they are introduced as per the time, as per the concept. We can upgrade ourselves with one particular board. It's a pip install and the library, or it's a package mix. That suppose that I want to upgrade my interface with a numpy. So pip install numpy, right? So it takes some 2 to 5 minutes to upgrade this particular package into our machine, and then give us support. For example, I'm just because in this machine I already installed all the things. So import NumPy. So we check easily like NumPy is supporting us or not as per the scikit, as per the others library. So scikit-learn, PyTorch, NumPy, SciPy, Pandas, Matplot, Seaborn, they are the type of graphs. It's a Seaborn, right? Pygam, it's a Django, the micro Python is there, it's a Beeway, it's a Kevi for the app development. Either we can use Android Studio or the second good platform they introduce here, that is Kiwi. So they give a proper modules here. If we want to check our knowledge, then definitely check your progress. We can explore it. Now they introduce here. It's a new ID. What are known as an ID? ID say it's an integrated development environment while we are working with any kind of high level language. So Python IDs are PyCharm, Tango, right? So they give us or the Anaconda, Jupyter, all the names are all the platform names are recommended in our book, right? So as for our intros, as for our concern, we installed it. Anaconda and Conda is also free of cost and open source and distributed library, as Python and R language are doing the same thing but with different platform. They are using scientific computing, right? So data science, machine learning application, large scale data processing, or it's predictive, analytical, etc. We can maintain with the help of Python for the Python platform, or it's the R language. If we are moving ourselves in a data consultant, so the R, SAS, machine learning, Python, Hadoop, HDFS, a number of a variety of careers are there, right? So the cloud versions they give the Google Colab notebook. So what is known as an Colab? I can show you. Give me a second only. So I'm opening my Colab. Let's say just write down Colab, right? So I just write Collab. So it's a Google research, right? You just have your email ID and you can register yourself. It is a good platform For us, this is, see, this is for getting started. It's up for data science, for the machine learning, and more resources are available. See here, this is known as a collab. We can directly write a code. Suppose that I just write a word, it's a print, and say hello to all, and uh,
मैम अगर इसमें अपना नया एक पेज बनाना हो दैट मीन्स
G, G,
न्यू फाइल क्रिएट करनी हो तो उसमें कैसे
G,
करेंगे कॉलैब
new
में
ID. Okay, all right. See, you just open your email ID first, right? And according to your ID, they can give you a response like welcome user, and they can accept your request,
ओके
right? As per your request is expected or accepted by your email ID, you can make your page, a new page. So to Python, see, it's a new notebook I'm taking. So as I'm giving you the demo, if you have your mobile or your machine is open, make sure please open and write down Google Colab. Right. See here, I'm just switching. Let's say this is the official ID, and I'm using my personal ID here. Give me a second only. See, I can switch. See, I'm just switching to my personal ID. Right. My personal ID is here. I just write a word. It's a collab. So welcome to collaboratory of Google Research. They can give me a fresh page. See, so we can take some example. We can save our data to Google Drive. We directly move to the GitHub, and we can upload any kind of code here. See, as soon as they give us an interface, we just implement, let's say hello. Cool. I'm just writing a simple line because it's a theory session. When you hit up this button, it means you want to execute your code.
yes but my question is remains same when I click on new what called new notebook in in collab lab I did not get any. See, I am getting error. Unable to load collaborate.
So first of all, we make register ourselves. It means we make our registration. They just give us a platform where we can give our name and our registered ID. We can just write
Ma'am,
down
I
our
have
ID.
registered with my personal email address, Gmail
Yes.
address,
Okay.
and yeah, after that only I can't able to
Okay,
open
okay.
the.
All right, all right. Shashi, we do one thing. Last 20 minutes, I'm
Okay,
giving
great,
you all,
understood.
right? And you just share me your screen. You just share
Okay,
your screen. At the time of sharing, I can give you the instruction.
exact. Okay,
Okay? All
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay, so nice.
fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
We can solve it.
Yeah,
But still, at the end of the session now, I
yeah, ma'am.
can, I can. Okay, okay. See here. So same here. You just write down the code again. They just support us, and very simple. You can just click here. See, they just give us a message like move. It's a download. You can share the Google link. Let's say just write. First of all, you just easy to understand like what this platform can do for us. Ah, which nice one. See the word? I'm just sharing the link. See, the link is copied. I said copied the link and say okay. It's the transparency between you and me. Let's say I can share you the Google link, and if you want, you can directly view my code, right? So collab is too good when while we are working with ML and all. And at the last, I can show you, I can support here like okay, what type of thing we are using as in collab. Now the next point is what? This is the python.org. We already go through these steps. They just give us the installation point. We are aware of these points as well. Okay, this is the anacondas. So basically on anaconda we are using notebook or scikit or it's a Jupyter notebook. They can also give a good help, right? As just like an Colab, they can give an interface notebook and all. They can directly run or execute our code. See, they introduce here, it's a Colab interface. The summary they just give us. Uh, okay, they just give us the new thing. It's a unit number 10. They introduce like data structure and the control structure in Python. So we know like some of the identifier and the keyword, the statement or the expression, the variable operators. Same operators are available in C, C++ or all the other high level languages. The same expression and the operator we are using at this interface. The little bit thing is, let's say bitwise or in or not in, new things are introduced at this platform. So identifier or keyword, they just says like A to Z upper or A to Z lower is introduced as per the digit 0 to 9. When we want to combine two different words, we are using underscore word, some of the specific keyword, and they also known as a reserved keyword with a specific meaning we can use it. So the first they introduce it's a and is a keyword when we just check two different things and both the things, both the message are same. Like A is having 10 or B having also 10. And then we write A is greater than equal to, it's is equal to 10 or B is this. So we keep our AND keyword. If both the conditions are true, then we get our message. Same for it's a loop. Finally, for the finally output or is again it's any one condition we want to check. Not is totally complement or the inverse of the law class is the keyword. It means it's a collection of member data as well as member method, right? Try catch finally is a complete exception handling package. We can use while for only using while the condition is true only. Lambda are the function. Yield is for like repetition of the task. You can say it's the threading concepts. So they all things are known as keyword or the reserved keyword. Now, as per the new concept that is known as a frame, the statement and expression. Now, I do one thing. First, I have to be sum up with the help of the PPTs, right? चलती नहीं है, कभी कभी चलती है, कभी कभी चलती नहीं है. See, it's a character set. So we know every computer having a character set and some kind of predefined rules are there. The characters are what it is a set to available characters. So we can use some specific characters. Now, what are the cases we are using? There are some English letter like A to Z upper or lower. We use some kind of punctuation mark like X plus symbol, the dollar, the ampersand. For the white spaces, double quotes are open, double quotes are closing. It's a horizontal tab. If we just give a tab like /p, we can also use in our programming. So when we want to like non-printable character, we use \p or \n for the next line, right? So they are some identifier we are using, like identifier are what? They are the name used for the identify variable, function or module. We can say we follow like two different words like num one. So num is a different word, one is a different word. Num or one, we can just combine it with the help of underscore. Now the naming conventions for identifiers are what? It says if we declare a variable like text in the uppercase, so we are not in a position to call in the lower case because upper case having some different kind of a sky value and lower case having some different kind of a sky value. Let's say a upper is like 65 as compared to the a lower, we have a different value, right? They are the naming conventions. They give some kind of example in our books as well, and they just introduce like the keyword. They are known as a reserved keyword, and it's a predefined meaning specifically. Properly, we use an if, it's a different thing. Elif, it's a different thing, right? So different programming language provide different kind of reserved word, and but there is one important thing. So these are the keywords which we just earlier discussed, like and, not, insert, from, global, def for the define a particular method, import when we want to call the directories or like plugin or the packages, right? So the data type they are introducing. So data type represents a type of data which can be processed using computer program. Numeric, it's alphanumeric or it's a decimal one. So some of the data type they gave like student name is Venus. How do we store or assign a value and how we are able to call this name? So name equal Venus. Put this Venus because character make a word. Word make a sentence. Sentence make a paragraph, or paragraph make a like an essay, right? So it's a sequence of character make a word. So name equal Venus, print name. So we can easily call this. And the variable we know, variables are what? Variables is the name in which to refer memory locations. And the example like variable ka name and assign value. CH is again a variable. It's a character, so we put a single quote. Next one is the salary. We can declare as an like floating. So it's like decimal values. So constraint, as per the constraint, this is like value or variable that cannot be changed in the program is known as a constraint. So decimal, floating, character, and string constraints are there. Uh, now, guys, now please, two things are covered. First of all, I'm just stop my sharing, and Shashikant, the first thing is I want to take the attendance, and secondly, Shashikant, is it possible you can share your screen? So we have 5 minutes to do all this activity, and in the same time you can just share your concept or like problem or which is not clear to you, right? And later on we'll move to the next unit. So first of all of you please open the camera. Manisha, only very less student I am able to see. It's a mm, all right, attendance is done from my side. Thank you. If you want, you can switch off your camera. Is it okay, Shashi Kanji? Can you please share your screen now? Guys, in the meanwhile, we just covered two units. If you have any doubt, kindly share the doubt first as per as the theory, as per as the installation point. Okay, do one thing. First, you have to be, through this symbol, there is a symbol like after this tab, it's a loading. Okay, see, first of all, I'm just sharing my screen and please follow the steps. Now, first of all, see here, these three particular buttons are available, right? The bookmark and like show side panel, and this is the ID. First of all, your email ID is in open mode because they share here, it's a null, right? You just have to be login yourself first of all. I'm just opening my, because first email ID is open. Now when this email ID is registered, it means I am in a active mode, and then later on get started. So whole things are available as per your screen. Please do it. If you get any problem, then please install any decks in your machine. And after this class, I have a 10 minutes break. You please download your any decks and share your screen. The first thing, you try it on your own base. If it is solved, it's too nice. If it is not, it's not. Then please download any decks. It's a freeware and share your AnyDex number. Right? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, okay, all right. Now, rest of the student, please share your doubt first, dear. I'm waiting for your response now. Any doubt? I'm again giving you 2 to 3 minutes. Otherwise, we'll start. No doubt. Okay, Anjali, thank you. From Anjali says, no doubt, ma'am. Mihir, Mahesh, Aryan, Prashant, no doubt. पूछ लो बाद में ना कहना कि मैम ये नहीं आया. अभी पूछ लो. देखो अभी मुझे ना लर्न है, अभी मैंने याद किया है. फिर जब नेक्स्ट वाला चैप्टर आ जाएगा ना, मैं भूल जाऊंगी. पूछ लीजिए प्लीज, नहीं तो आगे चलेंगे. Alright. I hope so. No one is sharing anything. It means no doubt. Right. It's a ma'am, where can we get this PPT? Me here, the PPTs are available as per again and again. I'm asking you cftedu.in. If you register yourself in cftedu.in, you definitely get this ID. See, or the PPT, the code is AI103 for the basic, AI201 for the Python programming, AI204. It's a data visualization. All right. If you want, I can show you कि यहाँ पे जाओगे cftedu.in. If you register, पहले register करना. See, देखो यहाँ पे ये बेसिक पाइथन वगैरह ये सब मिल रहा है ना. तो इधर आप चले जाओगे बीलन पे, या सी देखो एक्टिवेट कोर्स, ऐसा ही स्क्रीन आएगा आपका भी. और जैसे ही आप एक्टिवेट कोड पे जाओगे.
Ma'am, you haven't shared your screen.
Oh, all right. I can share my screen first. Give me a second. Thank you for sharing this thing. See, As per the screen, number of tabs are available. This is the student dashboard. So you have to be registered first and like active your course. Just write down your course here. See, as per the, if you just give me the advanced Python, see, you just click on the start button. All the PPTs are available on your panel. This is student panel. So if you want, you can open your ebook. The first thing, if you want, you can open your PDF. अरे ये बहुत टाइम ले रहा है इसको मैं पीडीएफ में ओपन करती हूँ दिस इज योर पीडीएफ एक्चुअली आई एम जस्ट यूजिंग कौन सा पढ़ा रही हूँ मैं it's a character set okay it's a unit 4 okay all right see this is character set and constraint this thing I am discuss at this time see here all the ppts are available suppose that you want to show the it's a ppt it's a recording as well so when you click the recording is also available got it so this is your particular panel but the first thing is you get enroll yourself so just give a proper register you fill your proper registration form they just get they just want a very less things like name registered email id and in the registered email id they can share you your credential password and later on you can register yourself तो जो जो कोर्स चाहिए सी नंबर ऑफ कोर्सेज आर अवेलेबल ऐसा नहीं है कि एक पाइथन ही मिलेगा आप जो भी सब्जेक्ट पढ़ रहे हो इस समय एज पर योर नॉलेज सी द नंबर ऑफ कोर्सेज यू कैन रजिस्टर योरसेल्फ एंड दे ऑल आर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट गॉट इट सो वीलन पे भी लॉगिन कीजिए ठीक है ये सब कुछ स्टूडेंट का है ये पूरा साइट स्टूडेंट्स के लिए अवेलेबल है सी डाटा विजुअलाइजेशन अवेलेबल है अल्गोरिदम्स अवेलेबल है एवरीथिंग अवेलेबल है ठीक है तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल रजिस्टर कर लीजिए मोर ओवर आपको ये सारा कंटेंट इजीली मिल जाएगा नाउ नाउ आई एम मूविंग टू द न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट
मैम उसका लिंक दे दीजिए आप
जी मैं बिल्कुल दे रही हूँ मैं आपको बिल्कुल लिंक दे रही हूँ दो कॉन्सेप्ट है एक तो है cf3edu.in देखो यहाँ पे ना एक पाइथन एआई इनसे रिलेटेड तो है ही है ठीक है अगर आप यहाँ पे देखोगे तो आपको डेटा साइंस जितना भी ये सब जो है ये भी आपको अवेलेबल है डाटा साइंस अवेलेबल है साइबर सिक्योरिटी एआई ईच वन ऑफ द थिंग सो सी हर चीज यहाँ प्री डिफाइंड अवेलेबल है आपके लिए आप एक बार रजिस्टर कर लीजिए प्लीज अच्छा दूसरा कॉन्सेप्ट ये है दिस इज cftedu.in देखो यहाँ पे आपको डेटा साइंस से भी रिलेटेड सारी जो मॉड्यूल है देखो ठीक है सब कुछ अवेलेबल है आपके कोर्स का सब कुछ अवेलेबल है द सेकेंड थिंग इज यहाँ पे वी लर्न भी है वर्चुअल लर्निंग आपको यहाँ भी रजिस्ट्रेशन कर लेना है आपका इग्नू का पूरा कोर्स मटेरियल साइन अप they just want your name email id contact number enrollment number because you are registered ignou student so please provide your contact number enrollment number and say subject right when you just fill this form next time you can in a position to enroll भी हो चुके हो और वो courses भी आपको available हो चुके हैं on VLAN तो these two facilities are properly अवेलेबल ठीक है मैं ये लिंक भी आपको दे रही हूँ लॉग इन करने का ये दोनों आपके लिए हैं प्लीज रजिस्टर कीजिए एंड द सेम थिंग इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू फेच द things or data is not available or shown on your panel you just write us the email id which is available on cft that is query@cftedu.in or query@pctiltd.com दोनों ही फैसिलिटीज इसके लिए आपको अवेलेबल हैं मैंने लिंक शेयर कर दिया है लिंक एक बार आप देख लीजिए नाउ The next thing is what? The next thing is how to use the statement and expression to execute our result. So they says both the modes are available. It is interactive mode or the script mode. What is interactive and what are the script mode? I can show you. See, we just write our code on this level. So it is known as a interactive mode. अगर आपको बोलना है तो प्लीज आप बोल लीजिएगा मेरे see this is the interactive mode तो whenever I just close it see अभी देखो पहले ना स्क्रिप्ट मोड में चलते हैं फाइल का न्यू लिया जो एग्जाम्पल ये बुक में दे रहे हैं हम वही बना लेते हैं अब इन्होंने जो प्रिंट लिख दिया है पी कैप्स नहीं होता एक्चुअली जब वर्ड में टाइप हुआ होगा इट गिव सम कि एंटर करते वो पी कैप्स कर देता है इट्स अ मेथड सपोज दैट आपने हम बुक का ही ले रहे हैं ये प्रिंट पता नहीं क्या ही करेगा एक्स की वैल्यू इसने 2 दी है मैं भी एज इट इज दे देती हूँ यहाँ पे इसने प्रिंट लिखा है हम भी यहाँ पे एक्स डिफाइन कर देते हैं अब 1 है तो वो 1 को प्रिटेंड करेगा ही करेगा MCS-201 it's a first program and always we use a particular extension that is py ठीक है आप py दीजिए F5 से आप एग्जीक्यूट कीजिए सी 1 and 2 is print on this console अब ये जो हो गया वो इंटरैक्शन हो गया माने वहां का स्क्रिप्ट मोड का आंसर इम्यूट हुआ यहाँ पर लेकिन अगर ये वाला जो है मोड आपने जब एक बार क्लोज कर दिया वेन एवर यू क्लोज इट सो ईच वन ऑफ द थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू द जीसी वो गार्बेज बन गया हम उसको रिकॉल नहीं कर सकते हैं अब मोर ओवर जाइए स्क्रिप्ट का मतलब क्या हो गया कि व्हेन सपोज दैट आज का काम खत्म इसे बंद किया अभी मुझे इसी में कुछ एड ऑन करना है आप जाइए अपने प्रोग्राम पे गो टू दी फाइल एंड से रीसेंट फाइल तो जितने भी आप प्रोग्राम बना रहे हो ना वो सारे आपके इस टेम्पलेट पे शो हो रहे हैं और उसके बाद अगर आपने जो भी ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना है लेट्स से आपने इसमें ये डिफाइन कर दिया just save it because we have to be give some changes go to the run and say execute it right so answer is reflected so script mode is too nice when we want to make a large program or large statements we just write our last statement there so they give us an example 7 plus 3 this is the output they recommend some kind of thing here check your progress definitely I'm just asking one thing like more and more focus on check your progress so variable is what we have to be declare our variable and store some expression so equal is what we assigning a particular value let's say number is the variable name equal 100 so whenever we call this variable 100 is printed whenever we call this name so it is storing it's a python it's known as a string so python is printed on a screen so these kind of variable are there and what are the operator in c we already read the things like in python we are using generally 7 kind of operators it's arithmetic assignment relational logical bitwise in and not in right so these are known as an operator where operand and operators are doing the things and give us the result so they just plan to give or show something like okay all right guys I can just explain it see moreover they give num1 num2 ka value it's equal so num1 having 5 num2 having 6 the first operator they introduce it's a plus minus multiplication division modulus and exponent and floor is what floor is return the integral part of the quotient value ठीक है ये होंगे आपके अरिथमेटिक और यूनरी ऑपरेटर्स The second one is the assignment operator. Assign means आपने कोई वैल्यू असाइन किया तो जो करंट वैल्यू होगा ना उस पे फर्दर आपका जो भी रिस्पॉन्स होगा वो जनरेट हो जाएगा सेम विद एडिशन सब्सट्रैक्शन फॉर एग्जाम्पल कुछ बताना चाह रहे हैं वो कह रहे हैं num1 प्लस num2 क्या m में नई वैल्यू आ गई ठीक है अभी क्या बताना चाह रहे थे असाइनमेंट से असाइन दी राइट साइड कुछ बताना चाह रहे हैं, 11 आ गया, चलो 1 और 10 को कर दिया होगा ऐड। अभी एट प्रेजेंट जो वैल्यू होगा ना m का, उसमें होगा 11। तो जो भी अब ऑपरेशन होगा, इधर इसका एडिशन, सब्सट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, डिवीजन, वो सब इस ऑपरेशन पे डिपेंड होगा। नाउ दिस इज लाइक इज इक्वल, इक्वल, नॉट इक्वल, ग्रेटर देन, लेस देन, सेम ऑपरेटर वी आर यूजिंग। अब देखो यहाँ पे दो ऑपरेटर है, अगर दो ऑपरेटर साइमल्टेनियसली आते हैं, if you're using two operator at the same moment, it means or condition is going to be satisfied. Either it's a greater than or it's a equal to. So we check only one condition, right? So on the basis of that, we can print our result like true and false. The Boolean value is reflecting on the basis of the operator. The next one is what? It's a list of logical operator. It means and or not. The truth table is showing here and means both the conditions are true, or means any one condition is true, not means it is reverse of one particular input, right? They make a table, either we can use like 0, 1, either we can use true and false, right? So they are known as an truth table. So bitwise is what they just give, n1 में 60 है, n2 में 13 है, n1 and n2 में रिजल्ट आ गया 12। डू वी नो कि बिटवाइज का एंड कैसे आया और कैसे आया? या कोई अभी मुझे आउटपुट दिखाना है करके, तो प्लीज आप मुझे बताइए। आई कैन शो यू, आई कैन शो यू द रिजल्ट। आर वी अवेयर ऑफ दिस ऑपरेटर? ऑपरेटर्स के हम रिजल्ट समझ लेंगे क्या, या मैं एक करके दिखा दूं? प्लीज से यस और नो, मुझे अगर दिखाना है कि बिटवाइज कैसे हो रहा है। Mihir say, ma'am, in division we get answer in point or whole number. In division, if we have a fraction result, then definitely result is printed in terms of the decimal के बाद। मिहिर वो हमें decimal के बाद का result देगा। Can I show you one by one the things? मुझे बता दीजिए प्लीज। बोलते ही नहीं है। अच्छा मुझे बताओ, हाउ डू आई नो? यस मैम, ओके ओके, ऑलराइट, थैंक यू मिहिर बताने के लिए। देखो एक काम करते हैं, ये ना ये इसने बुक में हमें सब दे रखा है, पीपीटी आपको मिल जाएगा, अदरवाइज आई डू वन थिंग कि एनरोल करना अगर हो जाए तो ठीक है, नहीं तो बता देना, आई कैन शेयर, ठीक है, आई कैन शेयर यू द थिंग। अब देखो यहाँ पे इसने एक लिस्ट दे रखी है, हम उसी लिस्ट को फॉलो अप कर रहे हैं मिहिर, तो इट्स टू सिंपल। ये हमें समझाना चाहता है, हम यहाँ पे ये सेम वैल्यू ही लेंगे। आई कैन ओपन दिस प्रॉम्प्ट ले लेते हैं, साफ करने देगा ना काम। ओके देखो उसने बोला num1, हमने num1 ऐसे ले लिया, हम किताब की भाषा को ही ले रहे हैं। इट्स अ num2, they just give me 6, I can just write a 6 value. So num1 num2 having a particular value, आप कहते हो print, and 1 का value you can show me the result, it's a 5, we are signing, when we are just calling the n2 का value, so it gives me 6, absolutely right thing. So now I want to print which is it's saved in n1, either it's an m2, and in the middle of n1 and n2 I can give my operator. So both the operands are totally depend on this operator, and through this print we can able to get a response. Now मेरी question is, मैं ये सेम ले रही हूँ, ये रिजल्ट कैसे आएगा? मिहिर सी हेयर, आपने ना इसको दिया डिवाइड का सिंबल, जैसे डिवाइड होगा तो क्वेश्चन वैल्यू आपका रिमाइंडर ये सब आएगा। सी हेयर कि आपका रिजल्ट फ्रैक्शन में आया, क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे डेटा टाइप नहीं है। as per the 4-bit, 8-bit, 16-bit densities are available, it can give you the absolute result, because we know this language is totally give us the right statistics data. That's the main reason we are using in AI, right? तो एक एक जो फ्रैक्शन वैल्यू है ना, वो उसको भी काउंट करेगा और आपको शेयर करेगा। अब देखो यहाँ पे एक नेक्स्ट ऑपरेटर इसने दिया, वो ऑपरेटर क्या है, वो है मॉड्यूलस। सेम, मेरे को कुछ नहीं पता, मैं सिर्फ वही फॉलो करूंगी द थिंग विच इज अवेलेबल इन आवर बुक। देखो यहाँ पे, क्योंकि हमें अपना कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करना है, राइट। So this says what happen if we are giving n1 mod by n2. Okay. So it gives me 5 मॉड्यूलस कर दिया उसने। अगर आप बोलते हो n1 का एक्सपोनेंट हो जाए n2 के साथ, तो इट्स एक्सपोनेंट वैल्यू इज राइट। n1 का फ्लोर, फ्लोर जो होगा वो एक एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू देता है आपको इंटीग्रल पार्ट में, ओके। तो ये आपका वैल्यू आ गया। अब सेम विद असाइनमेंट अगर आप करते हैं, तो असाइनमेंट जो भी वैल्यू आप असाइन करो, करंट वैल्यू के बेस पे वो सारे ऑपरेशन आपके परफॉर्म करेगा। नाउ अभी जो एक बहुत मेजर थिंग है कि यहाँ इन्होंने हमें बात की है, दे गिव अ लिस्ट ऑफ रिलेशनल ऑपरेटर। तो थोड़ा सा रिलेशनल की तरफ चलते हैं, एक क्वेश्चन भी देख लेंगे। सो वी क्लियर आर डाउट, हम उसको अपने डाउट को थोड़ा सा एक क्लियर प्रोसेस पे लाएंगे। सी दिस इज n1 n2, नाउ दे चेंज द वैल्यू। n1 का वैल्यू दे प्रिटेंड 10, मैं भी वही ले रही हूँ। दिस इज n2 का जो वैल्यू है दैट इज 0, मैंने भी वही ले लिया, ठीक है। अब उन्होंने बोला S1 में हेलो, S2 में वर्ड, तो कंपेयर कर देंगे। अब मैंने तो n1 n2 लिया है, सो आई एम कंपेयरिंग। ओके 6 दे दिया उसने, n2 से बता दो। n2 का जो वैल्यू है वो है 0। अब मैंने दिया n1 is not equal to n2. See, my result is true because n1 having 10, n2 having 0. So 10 is not equal to 0. It's true. Got it? And vice versa, जैसे भी होंगे वो सारे आप ऑपरेटर के बेस पे ही उसे परफॉर्म कीजिएगा। Now, अब यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा वो नया लॉजिक शेयर कर रहे हैं। द लॉजिक इज n1 का जो वैल्यू है दैट इज 10। जब भी हम n1 को कॉल करेंगे, हमने इसमें 10 असाइन किया है, देन डेफिनेटली n1 इज गिविंग मी अ रिजल्ट दैट इज 10 ओनली। नाउ अगेन वी कैन डिक्लेयर अ न्यू वेरिएबल दैट इज n2 एंड वी कैन स्टोर अ वैल्यू दैट इज 20। इसने -20 दिया है, मैं 20 दे रही हूँ क्योंकि मुझे कंसेप्ट को देखना है, समझना है, राइट। अब आप पहली कंडीशन लेने जा रहे हैं, प्रिंट कर दो, राइट, प्रिंट इज अ मेथड n1 एंड n2, क्या रिजल्ट आएगा। सी दे गिव मी 20, क्यों दिया 20 इसने, ये 20 इसने यहां से देख के नहीं दिया, ये 20 पहले इसने कन्वर्ट करा फिर हमें दिया। आप अगर स्टेटमेंट को चेंज करते हैं, प्रिंट n1 is greater than 30 and n2 is less than 20, then what happen? It gives me false because n1 में जो है वो है 10, so 10 is greater than 30, it's false। and कीवर्ड ऐसे ही रहा, n2 is less than 20, 20 is less than 20, no it's is equal to, ठीक है। तो n ने दोनों कंडीशन चेक की, जैसी कंडीशन चेक हुई उसने हमें इसका रिजल्ट फॉल्स दे दिया। तो बेस्ड ऑन द बूलियन लॉजिक दे कैन गिव अस द रिजल्ट। नाउ इसने थोड़ा बड़ा सा बना रखा है, एक छोटा सा बना लेते हैं एंड को लेके और को लेके, पहले इसका थियरी पार्ट समझ रहे हैं। सो फॉर दैट one I can open the it's a page and बस एक ही समझ लोगे ना, आपको वो सारा क्लियर हो जाएगा। गिव मी अ मिनट ओनली। देखो कैसे काम करेगा ये। आपने यहाँ सिंपल बोला कि लेट्स से n1 की जो वैल्यू है, ठीक है, वो क्या है, लेट्स से 7 में छोटा सा ऑपरेशन लूंगी, n2 में आप जो वैल्यू दे रहे हो दैट इज 5, राइट। जब आप दोनों को ऐड करते हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल सो n1 एंड n2 को ऐड करोगे, इट गिव्स मी 12, right, but computer cannot understand our digit value. It can always convert our data into the form of zeros and one or true and false, right? How they will interpret, we already aware of. Let's say 2 is what? The base of the computer is 2. 1 is true, 1 is false. Its weight base is 2. And mathematical calculations start with a 0. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3. मैं सिर्फ इतना ही ले रही हूँ क्योंकि अभी हमें इस पे ही आंसर आ जाएगा. 2 to the power 0 means always 1. 2 to the power 1 means always 2. It's a 4. It's a 8 and so on. This is known as an 8 bit, 4 bit, 16 bit and all. ठीक है, बहुत आगे तक जा सकती है वैल्यू. फर्स्ट वैल्यू आई वांट टू गेट दैट इज 7. अब देखो, जो कॉम्बिनेशन है वो क्या है, ट्रू और फॉल्स का है. जो वैल्यू आप एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हो से यस, जो वैल्यू आपको नहीं चाहिए उसको आप ऐड नहीं कर रहे हो, जस्ट पुट योर 0, राइट. आई वांट टू गेट 7, सो 7 इज लेस देन 8. 8 को तो मैं एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं करूंगी. आई वांट टू टेक लाइक 4. 4 लिया, 4 में अगर 2 ऐड कर लोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, वी गेट 6 ना. सो वी वांट टू ऐड दिस, so 4 and 2 is 6, so we put 1. Now 6 and 1, 7. So binary value, binary digit we get that as triple one. And as per the 5, so we get 5 is again less than 8 now. So we start our calculation from this point. It's a 4 plus 2, it's a 6. No, we don't need. So 4 plus 1, it's a 5. So now we satisfy our first condition, that is AND. AND says when both the values are true. This is a AND keyword. We put 1, we put true when both the conditions are 1, are true, right? So both are 1, both are true, we get 1. 0 and 1 according to that table is false. 1 and 1 both are true, so we get 1, right? So as the comparison, I get 5 on my console window. Now as per the OR, it is like having in a table, only one condition is get true. So both are true, it's okay. Any one value is true, it's okay. Both are true, it's okay. Now XOR means both the identical values are same, right? Then you put 0, otherwise it's 1. So according to the rule, you just store some value and then you get your result. So this is for the AND, this is for the OR, this is for the, it's a caret symbol, XOR. So both the identical माने या तो दोनों 0 रहेंगी या दोनों 1 हो जाएंगे, इसके अलावा कंप्यूटर को कुछ नहीं पता, right? So both the identical values are same, then we put 0, otherwise in the opposite signal we just put 1. Got it? And they just gave us again operator precedency. According to the mathematical rules, we use all the operations based on that, like not है, logical not हो गया, logical or हो गया, logical and हो गया. तो जैसा स्टेटमेंट होगा हमें वैसा ही उसको प्रिटेंड करना है. तो they are introduced data type, list, tuple and dictionary. Okay, all right. अभी देखो बहुत छोटा सा है, वो कहता है इंट का आई, समझ आ गया. 23 इज स्टोरिंग इन आई. देन वी यूज टाइप. टाइप इज व्हाट, इट इज अ कलेक्शन ऑफ की क्लास बताएगा, राइट. लेट्स से यू जस्ट राइट, आई वांट टू नो कि मुझे ना ये देखना है कि I is a variable. We just write 23. So type is the command. To the type, we can just get like object ka name, its basis, it's a dictionary, it's a type of object, it's an object type and the dictionary type, right? So I is having what type of things? It is known, it's a part of my class and I is storing the integer value. Because in Python, we are not using data type or method ka return type. That's why they just introduce a type. So numeric shows हुआ. Okay, tuple आ गया. For tuple dictionary से पहले I can keep mum. Now guys, I'm just stop the whole process of, or the whole like PPTs and theoretical aspect. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Just recall each one of the thing, and it's open for all. Please share your doubt or one of my, yes ma'am, please show. Okay, all right. वन ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट इज आस्किंग के मैम वो जो please start your collab. If it's working, it's too nice. If not, make sure you just share your screen now. So she can she if you want, you can share your screen, and rest of the students, please start your doubt. Please start sharing your doubt now. आप बोलोगे और मैं सिर्फ बताऊंगी, ठीक है? 10 मिनट इसके, उसके बाद हम आगे बढ़ने वाले हैं. Now please. It's a e-buy project. Anil, Anjali, Manisha, Sachin, Prashant. It's Maria Ji. It's Akhil. So if you have a doubt, please unmute or Rajeshri. If you have, it's a not. It's I'm not asking. It's a doubt. It's a discussion, right? देखो डिस्कशन से ना चीजें निकल के आती हैं और थियरी खत्म होने के बाद मोस्ट प्रोबेबली प्रैक्टिकल आएगा तो हमें उसमें परफॉर्म करना है अगर थियरी अभी क्लियर हम आगे बढ़ पाएंगे इसलिए मैंने आपको टाइम दिया प्लीज सोचो और अगर कोई भी क्वेश्चन है माइंड में कुछ भी स्टकअप हो रहा है देन प्लीज शेयर
मैम मैं शशिकांत. हेलो
यस 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 प्लीज
मैम, आपने दिखाया इसमें कुछ फंक्शंस के रिलेटेड. कुछ इनबिल्ट फंक्शंस होते हैं जैसे लैम्डा हो गया,
हाँ
राइट?
जी हाँ जी हाँ जी
और कुछ अभी एक और अल्फा था, क्या था मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, लैम्डा टाइप में था. और
लैम्बडा
तो इनका यूजेस अभी हमने नहीं सीखा जो अभी इस क्लास में, तो आगे वाली क्लासेस में शायद आएंगी, राइट?
बिल्कुल 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 देखिए हाँ जी जैसे लैम्बडा फंक्शन हो गया रेंज हो गया ठीक है ये सारे फंक्शन हमारे अब इंट्रोड्यूस होंगे अब एक छोटा सा कॉन्सेप्ट की जैसे उसने हमें बताया कि व्हाट इज लैम्बडा सो इट इज द फंक्शन लाइक इट्स अ स्मॉल फंक्शन or anonym of our function so it can take any number of argument and can have only one expression so how do we declare उसका प्रोसेस क्या होगा उसे कैसे आप डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं उसका यूजेस क्या होगा तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपने जैसे लिखा फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा कॉन्सेप्ट आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगी लेट्स से give me a minute I can share you so a very small instruction is holding by the lambda देखो मैं आपके साथ अब स्क्रीन दूंगी अपनी देखो लैम्डा में हम क्या करते हैं हम बोलते हैं लैम्डा फंक्शन कैन टेक एनी नंबर ऑफ आर्ग्यूमेंट आप कंडीशन भी डिफाइन कर सकते हो, आप वैल्यू को असाइन भी कर सकते हो, आप डायरेक्टली कोई ऑपरेशन भी परफॉर्म कर सकते हो. आई गिव मी अ मिनट, आई कैन शो यू लाइक how you will able to perform it at the time of, the concept is properly thoroughly coming in our it's a chapter, then definitely we can go through it. But still they introduce here, so we have a look, or we have to be discuss this point with the help of an example even. मुझे एक सेकेंड दीजिएगा. देखो जैसे कि इसने यहाँ पे हमें समझाया कि आपने बोला x इट्स अ नॉर्मल, आप डिक्लेयर कर रहे हो. आपने लैम्बडा एक फंक्शन लिया, तो लैम्बडा इज अ माय फंक्शन, इट कैन keep storing any of the argument. Now this time we says a colon a having 10. Now I want to print x का value. So the whole operation is storing, performing a operation and stored everything in the x. Now you can at the time of execution you can just give a result. Let's say okay, x may add presently, this value can also be added and perform it like what are the output we get. So they give me 45 because a plus 10, a having 10 already, and at the execution time we can just assign a new value, so x can give me a result. At the time of creation I can just store it's a. So this is one of the example. The second thing is, for example, x may be rakha lambda, and lambda says a comma b. It's give me an expression a and b having some different thing. We are using a comma operator and says a multiplied by b, and the whole operation is storing in b, right? So x is 5 comma 6. So 5 means a ka value, 6 means b ka value, and we are using this operator, so it can multiply the whole thing and reward us, right? So at the time of lambda we are using uh, this kind of operations. So it gives us the current expression, type of expression we are using the lambda. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, all right. What else? See, I'm very happy when you share your things like. So I want to make this session more and more attractive. This is your class. आप पूछ सकते हैं, आप डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, आप अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं. Anjali will also discuss OOPS concept in upcoming session. Like, yes, of course, Anjali, according to our course. See here, I can show you the entire course material. This is our block number 4. And in our block number 4, we just cover the basics part. We are in a core Python concept, as well as we introduce and jumping into the fourth block. So the first thing is introduced here. It's a classic in Python. So the all things like inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, right? Journalization, specialization, aggregation. So according to the core competencies of the class and OOPS concept, we definitely covered in our unit number 4, but still we are waiting like as what day we are just jumping or discuss our block number 4. So each one of the topics are introduced in block number 4. It's an advanced topic. So they introduce exception handling kaise hoga, Python advanced concept like NumPy, Matplot, PyPlot. They are giving such kind of examples here, and we definitely do it. And this is data access using Python. So they introduce your MySQL as well in the last unit. वो उन्होंने बिल्कुल दिया है. See here, they introduce your SQL, MySQL का interface, and how we will able to connect our Python program to our database, like how to select, how to insert all the DDL, DML and DCL operation we can perform. But still we are waiting कि हमारा वो जो concept है वो कब आएगा. अच्छा, अभी मुझे एक छोटा सा अंजलि, okay, this is Akriti, Akriti, you are raising your hand. Akriti, पूछिए please. What is the question, Akriti? Akriti, can you please unmute up yourself? Akriti, you are raising your hand. Do you have a question? Please बताइए. You say, okay, thank you now. We cannot wait to attend those classes. Ah, can't wait. No, Anjali, we still wait. Actually, each one of the things are depend on the schedule, no? So देखो अभी हमारे पास ना क्लास है अंजलि. अभी हमारी 3 क्लासेस हैं. तो हमें जो भी ब्लॉक है उसके एक पर्टिकुलर सेट से जाना है ना. हमें आता है, लेकिन आपको हमें ये भी ध्यान रखना है कि सबके सबके साथ चलना है. तो डेफिनेटली मैं कुछ भी स्किप आउट नहीं करूंगी. आई डेफिनेटली शेयर one example, two example, like at per the time demand, I can share it. And if the need occur, I can save all the thing in the drive and can share the drive link as well. So don't worry, please give me that some time. Like मुझे सबको लेके चलना है तो मैं बिल्कुल आपके साथ शेयर करूंगी. आकृति, आपका क्वेश्चन मुझे अभी भी नहीं मिला है. आप थोड़ा सा सोच लीजिए, बता दीजिएगा, क्योंकि मैं रुकी थी. आप यू आर राइजिंग योर हैंड, लेकिन आप नहीं पूछ पा रही हैं या नहीं पूछ रही हैं. सो दैट अभी मुझे लग रहा है सबका डाउट है या नहीं, कोई और पॉइंट डिस्कस करना है तो प्लीज डिस्कस कीजिए. अदरवाइज विल स्टार्ट विद न्यू वन, कि कुछ नया हमने करना है. See, we know the concept of loops, while loop, do while loop. We already discussed these things in our C concept. So one more loop is also introduced in Python, that is for each. Now, फिर कोई question आया लगता है. Sorry, I am not audible. No, no, don't say sorry, dear. Don't say sorry. Please write your question here. I can read. Akriti, don't say sorry. Akriti, please write your question here in the chat box. I can read it. I can solve it. Please. आप लिख दो. आप लिख दो. आपने अपने आप को म्यूट किया होगा. आप अनम्यूट कर सकते हो. अगर नहीं भी कर सकते हो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आप सिर्फ चैट में लिखिए. ठीक है, जब तक मैं थोड़ा सा पीपीटी स्क्रॉल करूंगी. आप अपना क्वेश्चन मुझे चैट में कीजिए. See, the whole thing we are covered as per the looping. So basically we are using 3 to 4 kind of looping in Python. One is while, another one is do while, next one is the for. So first of all, we understand like what is while and what is do while. While means uh, we check the condition first. If the condition is true, then only we just come in the loop process, right? And do while is what? It is opposite of while loop. In the do while, we can just take the condition at the last moment. So while is for start position and do while is for your end position. While checks condition at the first level in the start. Otherwise, it says no, never, I cannot do these things, right? The condition is not, I'm not jumping in the loop. And do while is what? Do while is demanding the condition at the last, so at least one output is print on our console or the terminal. That is the basic difference between while and do while. Now, what about like for loop? For is what? The repetition of the task. आप बार बार उस काम को असाइन करने के बाद करते हो until unless कि वो चीज हमारी जो भी हम बनाना चाह रहे हैं कोड में वो कवर ना हो जाए. So for is for repetition. So the looping is what? It can be defined and executing the statement or a group of statement on the multiple time. It means we want to save our time. We have to be save our complexity. So we can just control our more and more complex problem. So same code. So most of the programming are performing like while, do while, and for looping concept. So this is the theoretical aspect of while. So while test body and the whole thing is written, right? So these are the theory point. This is the flow chart. Like if the condition is true, then we only be in a position to work on this one. Otherwise, we cannot enter in this loop. The just come at the and the come. It's the end of the loop. So while demand the condition first and the do while, like we have to be perform our operation with the help of do, and at the last we can check our condition. That is the flow diagram. So the for loop, first of all, the initialization, the test condition increase and decrease. See, these two things is plus plus I and I plus plus. These are two different things. It's a pre-increment or it's a post-increment. Initialization एक ही बार होगा, ठीक है? Pre and post as usual आप जानते हो कि एक एक करके हमारे फ्लो कंट्रोल को लेगा. इसका थैंक यू हो गया. गाइस आज की क्लास में हम इतना ही करेंगे. अभी शशिकांत जी आप एक बार देख लीजिए कोलैब का अगर हो गया है तो ठीक है, नहीं तो प्लीज आप अपना इंडेक्स लेके मुझे बता दीजिएगा. यू कैन गिव मी अ कॉल.
मैम मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि क्या
यस
इशू.
यस यस प्लीज आप शेयर कीजिए स्क्रीन. आई एम जस्ट स्टॉप माय शेयर.
ओके.
हाँ प्लीज आप शेयर कीजिए जस्ट.
प्लीज बताइएगा अगर शेयर हो जाए तो.
यस 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 आई कैन वेट. यस yeah, I am. Yes, your screen is shared now. Each one of us are sharing. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I can see your screen now. Yes,
So
it's a yeah, it's okay. Definitely you are entered in your collab. So you just hit up this code जहाँ पे plus का code का button है. See here, code text.
आई अंडरस्टूड मैम. मुझे यहाँ पे नहीं कुछ करना था. मुझे एक्चुअली आई वांट टू क्रिएट अ न्यू नोटबुक and
Yes,
then
you
write
can
my
easily
code.
you can easily create your new notebook. You can upload your particular CSV files or database files. You can have a utility to update, to share. You can easily create your new notebook as well. आप यहाँ सब कर सकते हैं. आप अपना न्यू नोटबुक भी क्रिएट कर सकते हो. Oh, unable to load. What happened?
Ma'am,
Details.
this is the what I get every
Okay,
time.
okay, okay. All right. Now I can understand. Unable to load. See details में जाइए. Hit up on this detail. See unable to local or load collaborate. Okay, do one thing. After this class, you can just install your AnyDex and share your AnyDex number. Or in the lunchtime, I have a time, right? So you can share your AnyDex. I can solve it out.
Please come again, ma'am. Sorry.
See, after this class, at
Okay.
11:20, I have a class again.
Okay.
So you just install your AnyDex and share your AnyDex number. The first thing. The second thing is 1:30 is my lunch time, right? You can just give your AnyDex on that time also. So we can solve it.
What is Anidex?
What is AnyDex? Oh, AnyDex means, okay, okay, all right. You just stop your sharing first. Okay, guys, it's a very good question. Now, please stop your screen. I can show you like what is AnyDex. See here. I can upload, I can share my screen fast. See, AnyDex is what? Through the AnyDex, you are able to share my machine visualization. See, I just go to the Google, I just write AnyDex function. Again, for Windows, for Mac and all, I can download it. I'm not able to download it. Actually, I have this NADX. It's a freeware software, right? So they says all platform, all devices. See, this is Mac and all, so we can able to install it. So this is the download now. You just click the download now button, and some 2 to 3 simple step. You are in a position to use this NADX. Now, as per my screen, it's NADX. See, I can open my NADX. Suppose that I want to share my machine interface with you people, right? So any of you, I'm just sharing this number to you. If net is available in both the sender and receiver, then just you can write my NADX number here and say connect. So I can visualize your whole machine and interact in an interactive manner. And if you are sharing with me, I can also. So through the NADX, you can share your thought, you can share your file, you can share your solve your problem and all. So any text we are using for that purpose. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear, but it's my official laptop, so I don't
Oh,
think that it will allow any days.
oh my God! No, in that case, it is not possible. That
Yeah.
thing you are using with your own machine and all, right? So
Okay.
you just give me a print screen. You just give me the print screen on my WhatsApp. I can just see the mistake, like what is the exception is there. Then I can just write out कि ये सारे step करने के बाद you can easily work with collab for the new book, or you can easily take a new notebook in your collab interface. So
Okay, ma'am.
guys, okay, all right. So guys, one time, like at the end of this session, I want to take your attendance again. Can you please open the camera, all of you? And see the same strategy we are applying in all the class. Like we have a 1 week gap, or in the coming week we have again our class. We are again made with this core concept. So till now you just have to be find out the exact problem. Like these concepts are not clear, नीता मैम, please solve it. तो प्लीज बी ओपन, मुझे आप बिल्कुल नहीं ऐसा करोगे, मुझसे आप शेयर करोगे, ठीक है, मुझे आप बताओगे. Thank you very much for this last attendance. And shall I stop this class now because I have a new class? Can I stop this
मैम
class, guys? Yes, please.
या मैम आप सेकंड फोर्थ सेम थर्ड फोर्थ सेमेस्टर में भी आप ही रहोगे क्या?
Definitely data science. मैं अभी ले रही हूँ आपके semester 3 का. It's a 2 to 4 and 2 to lab means AI and ML is taken by me only. या अभी मैं ले रही हूँ, भगवान की कृपा है, मैं आपके साथ हूँ. ठीक है, हम लोग
ओके।
मिलने वाले हैं, डोंट वरी. सो थैंक
मुझे
यू. यस.
ये गुड फीलिंग आया था कि आप जरूर फोर्थ और फिफ्थ सेमेस्टर में आएंगे।
डेफिनेटली वी मीट, इतने अच्छे से सारे ग्रुप में मेंबर्स हैं, हम लोग कैसे नहीं मिलेंगे, हम तो बिल्कुल मिलेंगे, ठीक है. चलिए, ओके, ऑलराइट. सो थैंक यू गाइस, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू, गुड बाय.